Story time. So I'm being compelled to tell you guys this story. When I was about 5 years old, I was playing by the water and a boat swept me up by the waves. And my family was all looking for me. In the meantime, I actually could see them looking for me, calling for me. But then I felt like this warm feeling that overcame me. And I looked up and there was all these colors that you can't even imagine that aren't in this planet. And I'm like, whoa. And then this lady reached out her hand and she said to me, come on, it's time to come with me. And I said, where are we going? And she said, it's time to go now. And I said, but I don't want to go. I want to go with my family. And she let go of my hand. She said, breathe deep. Guys, my life has never been normal since. And my family, we were never religious. Church people were the hypocrites. And I was always told, Matt, well, we believe in God, but yeah, whatever. We never really talked about the Bible, never really talked about God unless we needed something, honestly. And not to say my family was bad, we're just, I don't know. So I always believed in a higher power and spirit because of what happened to me. I knew there's a universe out there, and I've always known that I've never been normal. Now, let's fast forward to right now. So a couple months ago, or I want to say about a year ago, I got this spiritual nudge to go to church. I did not want to go. And I was like, all right, I'll make you a deal, universe. If you really want to go, you need to give me a sure sign that I'm supposed to go. I kid you not. I've been to Planet Fitness a million times. I've never had somebody come up and stop me on a treadmill and talk to me about Jesus. And I'm like, why? Why is this happening? And this guy come up and he was like, hey, I really want you to join my church, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, man. I was like, I'll be there. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, I'll come. And I'm just like, whatever, universe. If this is some silly, sick game, I'll do it. Let's try it. So I went to church and I swear it was like the pew caught on fire. Everybody turned around, stared at me and was looking weird. And I just didn't like it. I got up and left and I'm like, see, told you, I'm not going to work. It's not a good thing, but I believe in you. I know you're up there. And I left, and then I got this spiritual nudge again, get back to church, and I didn't want to go. I was like, nope, And then I'll never forget my counselor looking at me, and she goes, Brittany, I really think you should go to church. And I'm like, nope, not going to do that. And then I had a little problem with alcohol, and I laid in the snow and asked God if he was real to make this stop and give me a place to live because I was homeless. And I told my grandma I couldn't do it anymore and that I didn't want to live if this is what was. I just didn't. I wouldn't hurt myself, but I didn't want to live. And she responded, and I'm going to tell you how. So I'll never forget this. I got the house that I'm in now, and I'm sober. And the house that I'm in now actually is on Alva Avenue. What's so significant about that is my middle name and that is my grandma's first name. So that was my first sign that, okay, maybe I should listen. And it gets a little deeper than that because I got another spiritual nudge. Get your butt to church. And I didn't want to go. I was like, nope, not gonna do it after what happened the last time I went. We seen how everybody just stared at me. Well, then my counselor was like, Brandy, come on, you really need to go. And I was like, I'm not going. And I joined this speaking group, and this guy starts talking. He's talking, and he's saying how, he didn't get his religion in a church pew. He had a relationship with God. And I'm like, I kind of understand that, but mine's with the universe. And I was kind of relating it, ping-ponging it. And then he said to me something that I will never forget. It hit me like a box of rocks. He said, if you're not going to go to church and help pray for other people and you want to be all about yourself, then, come on. And I forget exactly how he said it, but it was something to that effect. And it hit me no, I really do need to go to church because I need to be there to pray for other people and help other people because that is what's in my heart, to love, spread love, joy, and stomp out hate. And when I went there to this church, I absolutely adored it. And to this day, I'm sad that they did some things recently that have altered my feelings about maybe going to that specific church, and I'm still trying. I found a nice, accepting church, but not really my speed either, because it's like an older crowd, and they play like the gospel hymns, and I'm not, honestly, I don't know how to read the hymns. I wish I did, because like they're like just flipping through it. I was actually going to talk to the reverend about that and see if she could help me, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. But the point being is God is real. He's out there. He's watching over you. And just because the devil's going to try to push you back, he's there, guys. And let me be a testimony. Let me be a walking testimony to the love that he has put in my heart, because nobody or nothing could come in between the relationship I have with the man upstairs. I mean, he has really just sat there and taught me who I am supposed to be. And the reason I'm putting this message and this testimony out here is I think there's so many other lesbians like me that have always wanted to have a personal relationship with Jesus, with God, and are scared to because of the way that our community gets pushed back on. And I'm here to tell you today, you don't need acceptance from anybody else, because your Heavenly Father is walking right with you. And you just have to open your heart to him and speak to him, and he's right there with you. He's inside of you. He's when you say I am a child of the Most High God, and he lives within me. I'm a walking testimony. And I want you guys to be able to feel the same way. I want you guys to feel empowered and loved and accepted, because everything I need is right here within my heart. And I want that for you too. And don't ever give up, because it's not too late. And I love y'all.